D1 Vanilla Story. A war against Crota. In the first installment of the Destiny series, players were introduced to the Hive, a race of alien creatures bent on destroying all life in the universe. The Hive's leader, Crota, led a fierce campaign to spread the Hive's influence throughout the solar system, and was determined to bring the Hive's ultimate leader, Oryx, into the system. The story begins with the discovery of the Hive on Earth's moon. Guardians are sent to investigate, and they uncover a hidden Hive base where Crota's followers are conducting dark rituals. The Guardians must fight their way through a horde of Hive, including some of Crota's strongest warriors, in order to confront Crota himself. In the decisive battle, the Guardians succeed in defeating Crota and preventing him from invading the Earth. But Crota is not finished. He continues to plot and scheme, and soon launches his ultimate plan. He sends his Hive soldiers to invade every planet in the solar system, with the goal of securing enough power and resources to bring Oryx into the system. The Guardians are once again called to action to defeat Crota's forces on every front. They travel to Venus, where Crota's troops are using the city of Freehold as a staging ground for their invasion. The Guardians must battle their way through the city, facing off against an army of Hive warriors, to confront Crota and put an end to his plans. Next, the Guardians travel to Mars, where Crota's troops are trying to activate a powerful relic that will allow them to control the Martian environment. The Guardians must fight their way through the Hive's defenses and deactivate the relic, preventing Crota from seizing control of the planet. Finally, the Guardians confront Crota in the heart of his fortress on Earth's moon. There, they engage in a fierce battle against Crota and his strongest warriors, including the Deathsingers, a powerful group of Hive magicians. Despite the odds being stacked against them, the Guardians emerge victorious, and Crota is destroyed for good. With Crota defeated, the Hive's influence in the solar system is greatly diminished, and the Guardians can rest easy knowing that the Hive threat has been vanquished. For now. House of Wolves. After defeating Crota, players are called upon by the Awoken of the Reef to help them defeat the House of Wolves, a powerful faction of the Fallen that has been causing trouble on the reef. The House of Wolves is led by Skolas, Kell of Kells, who is dead set on taking over the reef and claiming the Vestian Armory, which contains several powerful weapons that could be used to defend the system. The Guardians receive a call from Queen Mara Sov, ruler of the reef and protector of the Vestian Armory, asking for their help. The Guardians must race to the Vestian outpost on Venus and stop Skolas from taking control of the armory, with the help of the reef's awoken forces. The Guardians travel to the Vestian outpost and begin the assault on the armory. Skolas's forces put up a strong resistance, and the Guardians must fight their way through the lair to reach Skolas. In the end, the Guardians face off against Skolas and defeat him, securing the armory and preventing the Fallen from gaining access to dangerous weapons. Upon Skolas's defeat, Queen Mara Sov thanks the Guardians for their help and promises them access to the Vestian Armory. The Vestian Armory contains powerful weapons and armor that the Guardians can wield to help defend the system from threats in the future. Unfortunately, the victory over Skolas comes at a cost. The Queen's brother, Uldren Sov, is killed in the battle, and the Queen is devastated by his loss. Despite the tragedy, the Guardians have proven their worth to the Awoken and have earned their trust and respect. With the Vestian Armory secured, the Guardians can focus on other threats facing the system. After defeating the House of Wolves, one of their fallen members named Taniks the Scarred discovered the House of Devils, who had obtained Shiva technology and became Devil Splicers. Taniks transformed into Taniks the Abomination. The Devil Splicers aimed to use Shiva to bring technology to life. We stopped their leader, Axis Archon Prime, and killed the Splicer priests. Lord Saladin assisted us in this mission. The only one left was Taniks, who launched a surprise attack and almost killed the player. Cade shot Taniks, then fought and killed Taniks, seeking revenge for Andal Brask, the former Hunter Vanguard. We learned about a Fallen named Aramis, who stole data from an old Splicer base before we could reach it in time. In the final mission, we discovered that Shiva had revived dead Iron Lords as Shiva monsters. We destroyed them and self-destructed the place. We reported to Lord Saladin and became an Iron Lord Guardian, receiving an Iron Lord sword. Oryx, the Taken King, has come to seek revenge for the death of his son Crota. The Vanguard sends Guardians to investigate his plans, and they discover that he is not only seeking revenge, but also trying to finish his son's legacy by turning the entire universe into the Taken. They learn about the Taken from Eris Morn, who guides them on their mission to destroy a weapon called the Celebrant of Oryx. In a series of missions, the Guardians gather information and prepare to infiltrate the Dreadnought, the massive ship where Oryx resides. They sneak aboard and destroy the Celebrant of Oryx, weakening Oryx's power. As the Guardians continue their mission, they encounter several challenges as Oryx tries to stop them from reaching him. Eventually, they confront Oryx in the final mission, where they must destroy him before he can finish his plan to turn the entire universe into the Taken. The final battle takes place in Oryx's throne world, where the Guardians must use their skills and teamwork to defeat Oryx, the Taken King. After a fierce battle, the Guardians emerge victorious and the legacy of the Taken King ends. Destiny 2's Red War campaign follows the Guardians as they battle against the Red Legion, a Cabal faction that has invaded the Last City and captured the Traveler, the source of the Guardians' power. The Guardians are separated from each other and must work together to take back the city and reclaim their power. The campaign begins with the Guardians being overrun by the Cabal at the tower, and they lose their power and the ability to use the Traveler. They must flee the city and regroup with Commander Zavala, who sends them on a mission to destroy a Cabal base. The Guardians battle their way through the Cabal base, fighting off waves of enemies with nothing but their weapons and skills. Along the way, they reconnect with their Ghost, the hovering AI that guides and resurrects them after death. The Guardians then launch an attack on a Cabal ship, the Almighty, which has the power to destroy the entire solar system. They destroy the ship and take down its commander, Gaul, who was using the Traveler's power to gain immortality. With the Red Legion defeated, the Guardians are welcomed back as heroes in the Last City, their reputation restored and their power restored by the Traveler. They are celebrated as heroes, and their journey continues. The Forsaken, the players and Cayde 6 travel to the Prison of Elders in search of escaped prisoners. However, they soon discover that the Scorn, a faction led by Uldren Sov, have taken over the prison and have been using it as a base of operations. Cayde 6 is killed by Uldren, who was tricked by Riven, and Ahamkara, who has made a pact with the Scorn. The players are devastated and seek vengeance, leading them to the Tangled Shore, where they team up with Spider to find and eliminate the Barons, Uldren's lieutenants. Throughout the expansion, players delve into the Tangled Shore, where they take down each Baron, using an item from one to locate the next. As they make their way through, they uncover more of Riven's scheming and learn that Uldren is being controlled by her. In the finale, Cayde 6's funeral is held, and players are left with a bittersweet end, having defeated Riven and Uldren, but losing a beloved companion in the process. From there, they continue their journey in the Last Wish raid, where they finally put an end to Riven's machinations, though they are left with the consequences of her actions still being felt throughout the solar system. The Vanguard held a funeral for Cayde 6. In Destiny 2's alternate Shadowkeep expansion, the Guardians are sent to investigate a strange anomaly on the Moon. They discover that the Hive have discovered an ancient artifact of unknown origin, a pyramid ship that has the ability to corrupt Guardians and turn them against their allies. The Guardians must stop the Hive from unlocking the power of the artifact before it falls into the wrong hands. This leads them to delve into the darkness of the Helmeth, where they encounter powerful Hive warriors and creatures imbued with the power of the pyramid ship. The Guardians eventually make their way to the pyramid ship itself, where they discover that it is in fact a ship belonging to the mysterious Black Fleet, an ancient and immensely powerful force that has been lurking beyond the solar system for centuries. This revelation sends shockwaves through the Vanguard, who must now prepare for the arrival of the Black Fleet and the impending war that will surely follow. In Destiny 2's alternate Beyond Light expansion, the Guardians are sent to Europa to investigate a sudden disturbance in the balance of light and darkness. Upon arrival, they discover that the Elixni, led by Aramis, have discovered a strange power, stasis, that can wield the darkness in ways never before seen. The Fallen had discovered about it way back in Rise of Iron expansion, where Aramis had found data about Europa. Throughout the expansion, the Guardians delve into the secrets of stasis, learning how to wield its power themselves. Despite their success, they must also confront Aramis, who has been corrupted by the darkness and has set her sights on a mission of revenge against the humans and awoken for their role in the whirlwind, the Elixni collapse. The Guardians must stop Aramis before she can unleash stasis on the solar system and plunge it into chaos. In the climactic battle, Aramis is defeated, but not before the loss of her mentor, Reese, in the whirlwind. In the end, the Guardians learn that while they may have the power to wield stasis themselves, they must do so carefully, for the power of the darkness can easily consume those who are not ready for its corruption. They must also confront the reality that their victory comes at a cost, as they must now find a way to help the Eliksni heal from their own trauma and loss, and work together to overcome the challenges that lay ahead. In Destiny 2's alternate Witch Queen expansion, the Guardians investigate mysterious happenings on Mars, leading them to the throne world of Savathun, the Hive Witch Queen. The Guardians soon discover that Savathun has gained a new power, which allows her to manipulate fate itself. Throughout the expansion, the Guardians delve into the secrets of Savathun's new power, discovering its origins and its potential to cause immense damage. As they fight their way through Savathun's minions, they eventually confront the Witch Queen herself, who has her eyes set on a plan that could bring ruin to the Guardians and the universe as a whole. In the end, the Guardians manage to defeat Savathun and put an end to her schemes, but not before realizing that their victory has come at a terrible cost, losing a beloved ally in the process. The Guardians must now grapple with the reality of their own mortality and the consequences of their actions, as they prepare to face whatever threats may lay ahead. In Destiny 2's alternate Lightfall expansion, the Guardians investigate an ancient relic that has suddenly appeared on Neptune's moon, Triton. The relic is said to hold the key to unlocking the secrets of the darkness, and the Guardians must stop those who would seek to use it for their own purposes. As the Guardians delve deeper into the relic's secrets, they discover that its power is far greater than they could have imagined. They must wield its power wisely, for it could easily consume them and plunge the solar system into chaos. As the Guardians navigate the treacherous landscape of Triton, they confront powerful foes and uncover the true nature of the relic. They must stop those who would use it to further their own goals, as the fate of the universe hangs in the balance. In the end, the Guardians emerge victorious, but not without consequences. They must now grapple with the reality that their choices have forever altered the course of their lives, and that the future of the solar system lies in their hands. Together, they must forge a new path forward, one that will require all of their strength, courage, and determination.